Hey, what is going on, guys? Today I am sharing with you my top 5 best Assetto Corsa car mods for the month of June. I think we got a pretty decent list here for this month. We got some GT cars, some go-karts. Well, they're definitely doesn't look like a go-kart, but it technically is one, as well as some road cars. So there should be something for everyone on this list. As always, a massive thank you to all of my channel members for your continued support. If you want to become a channel member, have your name on the video. It's just $1 a month. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into the video. And let's start off with a very cool and unique GT car. This is the 2021 Toyota Supra GT500. This thing races in the Super GT Championship over in Japan. It is a beastly GT car. It's a touring car. It's basically pretty much the same regs as a DTM car, if you need another reference. This thing has 427 brake horsepower, 579 newton meters of torque. It all weighs 1,200 kilograms. Correction, it's a GT300 car, not a GT500. This one is brought to us by FC Mod. This thing is an absolute beast. It also drives very weird. It's very oversteer. It has TC and ABS, but you could definitely get this thing to slide. And overall, it's also, of course, a very unique looking car. It's a only in Japan race car, I guess, as well. So to a more Western audience, a lot of you may not even know about this thing. It's a super high quality car model, super high quality mod as a whole, and I highly recommend you check this one out. You can find it in the link in the description below. Next up, we have a very, very unique car. This one's brought to us by Legion. This is a Lotus 56 IndyCar, but you're probably noticing that it sounds a little bit weird. This thing has a single gear, and it is powered by a jet engine. Yes, a jet engine. So if you look at your RPMs, instead of saying, 9,000, 10,000 maybe, it says 30,000 and 40,000 because it is a literal jet-powered car. Of course, this wasn't a car that actually did like a ton of racing. It was mainly just like a concept car and things like that, and the 56B was a bit more conventional. But this is the non-conventional, really cool one. It has 492 brake horsepower, 660 kilograms of weight. This thing is an absolute beast in a straight line. Not shocking by that jet engine single gear, but those old Firestone tires, man, you gotta brake a lot for the corners or you will go flying off the road. Plus, it also has zero downforce. I also think the shape of this car is just really cool because it is a literal wedge. It doesn't have any arrow again, but it is actually just a wedge. It has no deviating pieces of bodywork, and it looks really cool, honestly. You could find this one in the link in the description below. Next up on the list, we have something that I know a lot of you guys have been asking for ever since my Pure Clouds video, I guess it would be. This is the Toyota GR Yaris by MNBA. If you don't know what the GR Yaris is, if you live in America, I don't blame you because we sadly don't have it here, which is an actual robbery. But beyond the point, if you live in Europe or anywhere else in the world pretty much, you will maybe know of this thing's existence. It is a very sporty little hatchback, hence the GR name, and it's overall just a really cool front-wheel drive car. 272 brake horsepower, 396 newton meters of torque. It all weighs 1,260 kilograms. This thing drives a lot like a Civic, which I know I just offended half of Japan by saying that, but it honestly is kind of just like a shorter, taller Civic. That's definitely not a bash on either the Yaris or a Civic. It's a really fun car to drive if you want to take it around like the Indy version of Brands Hatch or things like that. I think you could have a lot of fun hot lapping this thing around, or if you just want to take some screenshots of it, it's really good for that as well. And of course, MNBA do some fantastic work. This one is no different, and you can find it in the link in the description below. Now we go off the rails a lot. I know every sim racing YouTuber has covered this. Chris Hay came back from his Assetto Corsa video hiatus. Sim Racing 604, of course, but you know what? Better late than never. The Mad Formula team is back. This is the MFT-01. We're looking at the Evo spec for this one. This is a fan car, a fan go-kart, I guess I should say. If you don't know what a fan car is, then I'm about to blow your mind. So, you know the ground effect that we have in, modern day Formula 1 now, all the bouncy and things like that? Well, at a time, especially in the 70s, I'm pretty sure, there were some mad lads who discovered that if you took the ground effect and the side skirts, basically, they were already kind of sucking the car to the ground, but the problem with them was that they didn't work all the time, especially at low speeds. There was really no downforce that they were producing, so they learned that if you strapped a bunch of fans to the back of the car where the diffuser would be, that were constantly making the underside of the car a low pressure zone, the car would be constantly sucked down to the ground regardless of what speed it was going. And this led to some crazy cornering speeds, and this is what this car has going for it. 121 brake horsepower, 72 Newton meters of torque. It just weighs 239 kilograms. It's an absolute beast. It's the Mad Formula team. They do a great job modding as well, and it's apparently made by a bunch of engineering students as well, so that's super cool. You could find this one in the link in the description below. And finally, we have a really cool, another interesting little hatchback. This one's a little bit older though. This is the 1996 Pujo 106 Rallye. We're looking at the tuned version of it. This thing has 131 brake horsepower, 154 Newton meters of torque. It weighs just 868 kilograms. This thing has a bit stiffer of springs, has some better dampers on it as well. Compared to the regular version, this was just their rally version of the 106. I could be wrong, but I think they had to make this car due to WRC regulations at the time, meaning that you had to make your own production version of your rally car. But overall, it's a super cool little hatchback. It's a lot faster than you probably think as well. And if you just want to throw it around to some of your smaller tracks, just like the GR Yaris, I think you could have a lot of fun with this thing. It's made by Daniel Jimenez as well as Arch. It's in version 1.3. Very high quality car model. Physics, I've never driven one of these cars in real life, but they definitely feel very believable. And overall, it's a really cool front wheel drive hatchback. So if that's for you, you could find it in the link in the description below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy this video, a like and a sub would mean a lot. Once again, as I said in my best track mods video, this month has been absolutely insane for growth. So thank you guys so much. And to all the new subscribers, welcome. We have a lot more content coming for the rest of the year and beyond. So you joined at a good time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good one, guys.